I'm here with Jerry Small doing an outside broadcast today on the Mona campus, not at the studio. And we are not waiting in vain. Not for our love, for I know you have that already. Yesterday's broadcast comes to you courtesy of, and by the way, the broadcast is live from the University Bookshop. Live from the University Bookshop, and it comes to you courtesy of Express Fitness, a fitness club that you can afford. UWI, Mona, and Community Cooperative Credit Union. The Base Foundation. Eden Gardens Wellness Resort and Spa. The Lotus Line, Natural Health Products and Services, Training and Consultations in Living Food Nutrition. And the Heart Foundation of Jamaica. And DRS to Health, or Doors to Health, Naturopathic Medical Care for all ailments. And the University Bookshop. You know, today is also the birthday of Nelson Mandela. Birthday of Nelson Mandela, who passed away last, what was it, December? I think it's December, at 95 years old. Born 1919, I believe. Was it 1919? 1918. And as I was saying yesterday, today is also the birthday of my brethren named Milky, old-time youths from in the Marvell Avenue and Mullines Road area all around. Milky. And I also want to hail another young youth from that time who survived until this time, Joshi, from in the same area. And Sister Ima. Is Ima? Yeah, man, Ima and our brethren. And them children, and man like Gargan and those youth there. I know that Jose also originate from that area. Yes, by the way, yesterday, I call, you know, inquiring why my guest is prettying up Michael Manley so much. But the caller put on a false voice, you know. I knew it was a man sounding like a woman. But I don't want to name Shepherd, you know. Shepherd said now call back my program. Shepherd says that he will never call back my program. So because he wanted to call now, he put on a woman's voice and go into the closet. Sound like him a smoke shag. You know, say Shepherd all shagat. When I cuss him still, I can call back anytime, but someone like him a smoke shag. Or like him a smoke a fag. You know, a fag is what English people call cigarette. Either him a smoke fag or him a smoke shag. All shagat. Or fag him a smoke. Look like him gone the next way. I put a woman's voice of phone in the program. Gone the next way. One way. It's on one way in the same way. One man, one vote. Same man, same vote. Or two man, same vote. Shepherd, you know, say, put on voice to call the program. Anyway, that is not so important. Also, we expect to get a little visit today from King Omar of King Omar Productions. That's Kingsley Goddison. Kingsley Goddison, for years now being putting on, from about 1999 or 2000, being putting on tribute to the greats, recognizing the work of some of the people in the music, especially musicians and singers who have not got the credit that they should, especially from the media. And this year, the tributes to the greats is every year, you know, they focus on a certain aspect of the music or certain individuals in the music. And this year they're focusing on the Jamaican-Chinese connection, because I know that Chinese Jamaicans play a large part in the music development and business, especially the business part of the music, over the last 70 years or more. You know, the many bands that have been organized and led by Chinese Jamaicans, managed by them, many studios, and even many musicians like Mikey Chung, and even one of the vocalists going to be featured today. Many bands like the Vikings and the Dragoneers and the Souvenirs, many of the bands and many of the producers, the Beverleys and the Channels One, and so on. And in keeping with that, this year's Tribute to the Great, which usually is hosted at the Curfew Place in Swallowfield. Curfew Place, you know, that is the fraternal club of the ex-servicemen of Jamaica. Ex-servicemen, people who have seen military service, either in times of war or at the time Curfew Place. That's where Tributes to the Great is usually hosted. This year it's going to be hosted at the Chinese Benevolent Association on Hope Road, Old Hope Road, just opposite Jamaica College there. The Chinese Benevolent Association, so great and so strong, and helping to make and keep the Chinese and Jamaican community strong, is a great example to the majority of the people of Jamaica. The majority of the people of Jamaica are African Jamaicans, but the majority refuse to call themselves African, refuse to know themselves as African. But the Chinese Jamaicans will not hesitate to call themselves Chinese, and they will not hesitate to organize. And they organize so much that they become one of the richest parts of the society, not because of luck. It's not because of luck that the Chinese Jamaicans are one of the most prosperous segments of the society, but because of design. They design themselves to be prosperous. And that's how prosperity comes, by design. Design and plan and stick to your plan. And you change your plans where necessary. No luck in the Chinese prosperity. No luck. The Chinese deal a lot with gambling, but they don't deal with luck. They deal with gambling a lot. Gambling is a big part of them recreation, a big part of them business. But you paying the money and them collecting. When you look at the lotto, when you look at the lines in the lotto shop them at daytime, whether they're in Port Maria, Port Antonio, Mobile, Kingston, anywhere, Mandela, the lotto line them is long from here to there, them bend around the corner. A lot of line, people that gamble every day, they'll come money with them have it. The line long till it bend around the corner. And no Chinese men in that line. The Chinese are behind the mesh wire. I'll collect your money, and them not dealing no luck. And no gambling. They know that you must come there with your money, and they're not gambling on it. You know gambling and carry your money there. And you line up front, yes, so this, so go around the corner, and carry money, go get a Chinese Jamaican. And you talk about Chinese Jamaican lucky. Lucky? Yes, there are great examples of the African people in Jamaica. They call themselves Chinese, but you will not call yourself African. On Sunday is the 100th anniversary of the organization that Marcus Garvey organized to make you like the Chinese. Not to make you straighten your ear or to make your eyes slant, you know. Marcus Garvey never organized to tell you to go slant your eye or straighten your ear or buy no Chinese wig. He organized to improve you from being a Negro. You are a Negro. A Negro is an African who is the property of another human being. That's what a Negro is. An African who is the property of another human being. That's what Negro means. An African who belongs to somebody else. So Marcus Garvey organized the Universal Negro Improvement Association to improve you from being a Negro. In other words, you will not belong to someone else, and you will be as prosperous as the Chinese. You want to be like the Chinese, not that you want your skin to be what them call yellow. Him don't want your eye to slant. Him don't want your ear to straight. Him wanted to improve and be like them in their success. Be like them in them success. But when you organize that organization, the vast majority of the African people weren't ready to support him. But when the Chinese Benevolent Association was formed, maybe many of the Chinese wasn't ready to support it. But from time to time, them grow from strength to strength. And see it there now, them is the most prosperous. And them call themselves Chinese, and you still refuse to call yourself African, much less to think of yourself as an African. And that is why, probably the main reason why you are an underling, paying taxes and getting 1 cent out of your tax dollar. That's what you get out of a tax dollar. 1 cent. A 1 cent you get out of a tax dollar. That's why people don't like pay tax, because the robbers and thieves that make them way into government gone with 99 cents. So there was 90 and 9 that was safely laid in the sheltered film pocket, and you get back 1 cent in some pothole. Pothole and police handcuff and police car to carry go to jail. That's what you get back out of your tax dollar. Gunshot in your backside, not your front side, and hardly going to shoot you in your face. Them shoot you in your head back or your backside. and say that you draw a gun on them. Yes, 1 cent out of your tax dollar. We are happy in all the year we are talking so. We are very happy. And we are surrounded by beautiful ladies, African ladies, most of whom would not call themselves African. And a lot of our ladies buy Chinese wig and believe that by having a Chinese wig you're going to get lucky like the Chinese. Chinese wig is not going to bring you any luck. It is the habits of the Chinese that is going to bring you to a higher level and standard of living. Yes, it's good to be here in the University Bookshop. University of the West Indies Bookshop. My mother used to work here one time, you know. Yes, man, my mother used to work here one time. That time it was Sangster's Bookshop. And all kind of things. But I get some lovely books here. Sometimes I have some book sale. That's the most thing I spend my money on, you know. Book from a little boy. Book or record. I stopped by a record long time now still. But I get some lovely bargain and books and all kind of things here when them have them sale. And even when them not having sale, you get some very good things for your money. You know that I heard somebody commenting on the trickery that the government has carried out in maintaining the fraudulent mayoralty, the fraudulent tenure of the mayor of Portmore, the PNP mayor of Portmore, fraudulently holding a seat as mayor. And they have organized to put him there and keep him there even longer. And somebody was commending the PNP how smart they are and how good they are at political craft, and said that they are excellent political organizers. Now hear me now. Excellent. If you have 2 people in a competition all the while, only 2 teams in the competition, the one who win can excellent? No, man. 2-horse race. The winner of a 2-horse race can be a world champion. Like we hear America, they have some little corner league baseball business and I talk about world championship. And some little corner league basketball thing and who win it. They must say, if you win American corner league, you're a world champion in a baseball and basketball. Idiot business. America is not the world. And so it is that if you have 2 idiot parties down here and one beat the other one all the way, the one who beat the other one is no champion. If Usain Bolt fame and greatness was based on him beating Asafa Powell, that would be an idiot championship. Asafa Powell was once great. Was once running great. He's still great, but he was once running great. He's not running great again. He might come back greater still. But Asafa Powell was once great, once running great. Usain Bolt come up and Usain Bolt was fooling around till him straighten up himself and start fly right. And him beat the world. It's not because Usain Bolt beat Asafa Powell why I'm great enough. If they won a competition against Usain Bolt or Asafa Powell, the team could have reached world greatness. So it's like the PNP and JLP. The JLP is the only little idiot competition with the PNP have. And the PNP beat them up and twist them up all the while they attempt about PNP great. They must say great like a greater cake. A greater cake greatness you're talking. No must, not true. I believe it's greater cake you're talking. Greater cake, yes, they are the greater cake in Jamaica. And them have the biggest slice of the cake. And then them cake want to eat it. I want to have it same way. In that realm, yes, they are the greatest in Jamaica against a 2-horse race. The greatest in the 2-horse race. Lift up yourself like what Marcus Garvey said and raise up your standards and stop, don't bite low. You don't want to bite low. If you bite low, you'll stay low. So you're saying both lift to these sides and conquer the world and continue to dominate the world. And other youths come up and they do not worship Usain Bolt. They respect him, and because of that, now they may beat him 1 and 2 times too. Because Usain Bolt is not unbeatable. None of them is God. And Bob Marley are no God. None of them is God. And somebody going to come beat them one day. Yes, there will never be another Bob Marley, but there will be greater than Bob Marley. As your queen people start to worship other people. As your queen people start to worship other people that's greater than them, or them think greater than them. Because they quint too much. It's time to stop quinting so much and squinting and open your eye and see and regard what you see and take warning from what you see, or assess what you see accurately, and don't live in a dream world, wide awake in a dream. Yes, we're broadcasting live from the bookshop, the University of the West Indies bookshop, where there is a, what would you call it now? The bookshop would not only like to achieve publicity for the bookshop, but for the event. Today is Wellness Day. Wellness Day was first staged on Friday the 19th of July last year, 2013, as a partnership between the University Bookshop and Pelican Publishers to promote health and wellness in all aspects of life. The premier staging targeted staff of the university. That means the last year's staging of the Wellness Day targeted the health and wellness of the University of the West Indies workers, and in all aspects of life, not just physical health. It was small but well received, and those in attendance were thankful for the opportunity to learn about healthy living, physically, mentally, and financially. But this year, the target market is now the general public, with more presenters, more booths, and a wider variety of topics to include presentations of sexual wellness and a very topical issue, marijuana in the Jamaican economy. Essentially, each interview can relate to the content the speaker presented on or will present on. So it is that we'll soon be starting the interaction with the various presenters of the on this Wellness Day. Physical fitness demonstration will take place at 10 a.m. with Eden Gardens presenting financial wellness at 10:30. 11:30 nutrition with Miss Patricia Thompson, nutritionist and calorie counter. Dr. Suzanne Suarez Winter, clinical nutritionist. Parenting guide with Dr. Stacey Bradbar Walker, head of the psychology unit at Mona. Raw food nutrition with Bena Nakauki, raw food and health coach and founder of Lotus Line. Medical marijuana at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Dr. Jalani Naya. And Mr. Arthur Newland, research fellow, Jamaica Cannabis Institute. Productive wellness and endometriosis with Ms. Shauna Fuller Cook. 1:30, sexual wellness with Dr. Alvaston Basil, Dr. Carla Dunbar, and Dr. Karen Carpenter. Express fitness exercise class at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's go for a break, straight up. Good morning and welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. We're broadcasting today from the University of the West Indies, but not from the studios. From the bookshop, the University Bookshop, where a broadcast is coming here today on Wellness Day 2014. Wellness Day, courtesy of Express Fitness, UWI Mona Community Cooperative Credit Union, Base Foundation, Eden Gardens Wellness Resort and Spa, the Lotus Line Natural Health Products, Heart Foundation of Jamaica, DRS2 Health, Naturopathic Medical Care, University Bookshop. And we have with us as our first feature an interview of Sylvia Jones, manager of the UWI Bookshop. I'm marrying you off already, ma'am. And also the marketing assistant, Miss Kimone Meikle. How are you doing, ma'am?
Morning, Jerry. How are you? Welcome to the bookshop.
Thank you very much. It's appropriate for the Wellness Day to be hosted at the bookshop, where people can come and catch up on all of the latest trends in health, both physical and mental and otherwise.
As a bookshop, the onus is on us to promote as much as possible healthy lifestyle. We not only carry texts, but we seek to educate people on what they should and should not do to create a complete healthy living.
And I see there are a few products on offer outside of books themselves, because from time to time don't people access various things that enhance their health?
Yes, it does. And we have within the bookshop, for example, cosmetic area. That there's a product that is featured in our cosmetic store now from the Lemongrass brand. And that's a localized product, and it is all natural.
Yeah.
So, we although we do carry the artificial stuff, we also seek to get as natural as possible.
Organic, yes. I suspect that some of these developments come out of the same thing that can produce the great display on UWI research days.
Right, that's so. That is so.
Miss Meikle.
Yes, hello.
How you doing? Welcome. How did you find it getting together this whole promotion? Because I know you have to have sponsors and participants. When I came in, the first thing I noticed was a nice market stall outside.
Right, those are Ojima farmers. They're organic farmers market.
Yeah.
It was difficult getting everybody together, but I'm working with very professional people, so it wasn't too hard getting everybody together, organized, doing the scheduling and everything.
Yeah. Well, only a part of today's presentations are in the time frame of this program, which finishes at midday.
Right.
One of the more interesting things to me, it won't be taking place until after midday, which is the presentation by Dr. Jalan and Mr. Yes, on the marijuana in wellness. But I can't even stay here because I have to make a move early. But I hope we will be recording all of these things.
It will be recorded live on the UWI TV. So there will be a live feed.
How can I get a copy of that?
Go on the UWI website, the UWI, not UWI Bookshop.
UWI TV's website
Right.
will have it live streaming, so you can stream it live, and then it will be available on that site after the event.
Oh.
So you can watch everything that happens.
Yeah, that's at a cost.
No, it's
there's
free.
no cost.
No, the one that you're going to keep afterwards.
No.
I'm not up to date with all your access those, but that's nice. So, and matter of fact, I even noticed that the bookshop here now for some time has had, you can get refreshments here.
Right. We have a grab and go at the entrance to the bookshop. Again, although it is commissioned out, we seek to encourage the franchise holder to, give us as much as possible healthy food. So you may find a few sweets, yes, but he tends to give persons a healthy diet.
Yeah. So were you here last year in the inaugural Wellness Day?
Yes, I was.
What you find with what you're learning and you're developing on the...
Because last year was really successful. I was really impressed with the turnout last year. The presenters were great. We looked at nutrition. We looked at... I think we did a financial wellness aspect that was well received.
Very important.
The parenting guide was
parenting guides. So last year, and that is what encouraged us to expand a little further this year, look at other aspects of wellness. But it's not just what you eat, it's the how you live. It is, do you exercise? The whole 9 yards. I mean, the marijuana aspect of it, it's current, it's relevant, and would like to explore more and to put the information out there as to what are the benefits that one can derive from it.
Frequently you find that in the inauguration of something, there's an initial surge, and you find that a later year, especially the second year, it might not be as big, but you mustn't be discouraged by that.
We won't.
Because,
and we think that this year will be bigger and better.
Because last year the focus was on alerting the staff, the people who work at the university, not only people who work in the academic area, people who work in the administration, and people who work with the ancillary, and people who work with the businesses that are on the campus, because there are many businesses like banks, restaurants, all different kind of businesses on our campus, credit union.
Right.
But now you're focusing on the general public of Jamaica.
Correct.
Yes,
I think you should put out more. I don't think enough people who are aware. If people were really aware of today here, a lot of people will support and come to access.
I'm really expecting a full house today, and I'm sure through your program we will get some more attention and persons will join us on campus for a full day of healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, because now it's just 5 minutes to 10.
Right.
And people here for the first time easily can reach up here in 2 hours.
To catch one of the
Reach
sessions.
before this program finished. And there are many more interesting programs after this program is finished. Because I tell you, the 1 o'clock presentations on marijuana. Where's the other one again? 1 o'clock medical marijuana, 1:30 reproductive wellness, endometriosis, sexual wellness. I know more than half of the population will be pleasantly
Yes.
welcome. That's ours. And even before that, you have parenting guide at 11:30, raw food nutrition at 12 o'clock. So people here just now
They can
get themselves together in 1 hour and travel another hour, and in 2 hours they can be here before the parenting guide is finished.
Right.
Financial wellness at 10:30, just 35 minutes time.
And we must encourage persons also to support the farmers market that is on the outside.
Because as I say, it is the organic farmers.
Yes, they're organic farmers.
This is really special products.
Yes.
Yes.
That you don't have to fret about spending the extra money that it might cost, and it might surprise you with less cost too. Because don't hear it's safer than many of the places that people have to go and
People
market.
may have to go and shop. Not that we are discouraging the coronation market, but you can have another experience on this campus.
That's great. So this won't be the last of wellness.
No, it won't be. We will take it as long as possible.
And as well as recording it, I think you should have a document, like, a hard copy document that people can, a little booklet or thing, people can refer to it.
Okay, yeah, we'll have a soft copy rather, from UATV.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about the bookshop or anything?
As a campus store, I do encourage persons to come by and support us. We, as we had mentioned before, we not only cater to students on the campus, we cater to the community generally. The university bookshop the university campus is an open campus, and as such the bookshop also is open to the public. You can come in, you can get your cosmetic products, you can get your phones and phone credits.
Tech items.
Or tech items is very comprehensive and will be even more comprehensive at a later date. But just come in, visit us, look around. You will be surprised at the ambience that you will experience when you get here.
Yeah, because this is the main place that I buy high capacity flash card for my camera.
Okay.
And all different kind of thing, thumb drive. I buy.
So Jerry, you are one of the advocates for the bookshop.
Yes, and I know we can get some zeros off of my price for that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for having being here.
Thank you.
Miss Sylvia
enjoy your stay here.
Thank you very much. Miss Sylvia Jones, manager of the University Bookshop, and Miss Kimon Meikle, marketing assistant. By the way, Miss Meikle, you're from Manchester?
The Meikles are from Manchester.
I know that.
Yes. Manchester and St. Elizabeth, as far as I know.
Yes, ma'am. Straight up. Welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Smart. Today we are broadcasting live from the University Bookshop right beside the radio station. Because today is the second year of Wellness Day, promoted by the bookshop. All kind of wellness, physical health wellness, mental wellness, even financial wellness. And I welcome here today somebody who had on my program otherwise, and I identify her with the Source, a farm out in St. Thomas that is doing fantastic things in all kind of ways, including building, energy sourcing, and I tell you. But I'm going to make her reposition what I know as a Source Farm Foundation. She's Miss Shirley Phillips, and she's a director. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me here again today.
Nice. And when I came in this morning, I was so rushed for time that the first thing I noticed was the farmer's market outside. But I didn't even realize that it was you and your people.
Yeah.
I was so pleasant surprised during the break I went and saw.
We saw the beautiful produce.
Yes. And just yesterday, a friend of mine who came out there with me, Miss Sonia Harris, was reminding me that you come to town every week and do a farmer's market. So what is the latest?
So the farmers market is going on very strong.
Yeah.
We are at the 22 Barbican Road, the Chinese Cultural Center.
Oh, yeah?
And it's
Hold on. There's a Chinese Cultural Center. China. The nation of China. Different from the Jamaican Chinese Benevolent Association.
No, but it's actually the Chinese.
In Jamaica.
It's part of the whole Benevolent Society, but they have their own space.
Oh,
it's right across from Orchid Plaza.
Okay.
And it's every second and last Saturday that we're there.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the past September we'll be moving it into a weekly market once we get all our farmers up and producing more produce.
So what is it now? Every 2 weeks?
Yeah, so second and last.
Second and last.
Second and last Saturday.
Saturday of every month.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have farmers, a lot of farmers are from St. Thomas. We also have farmers from St. Anne as well. And they're all doing natural and organically grown produce.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about wellness, if you're putting, toxic chemical farming into your system, you can't really expect to get wellness out of that.
No, because toxic things intoxicate.
Exactly.
Yeah, you mightn't get drunk, but you get...
It's going to, affect you because the body doesn't know what it is, so it's going to hold on to it, and then all those toxins build up.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is if people are having health challenges, now everybody's awake. So those of us who are awake and understand how important it is to have clean food, if you're looking for clean food, that's where we are. You can get on the mailing list. You can see before you come what products are there.
Yeah. So you have a mailing list.
There's a mailing list.
How do you get onto it?
You can give us a call at Source Farm. Our phone number is 421-8838.
Yeah.
We can contract grow. We have a number of farmers that be happy to contract grow certain items that you're looking for that maybe you're not seeing on the market.
Yeah.
And, we also help people to grow their own things in their own backyard. We encourage that. So you can even come and pick up plants today. Yeah. We have soil, we have plants that you can actually plant on your balcony or in your yard, because we're just trying to get more people to look at the holistic approach, not just
and plants that are orchard plants that bear fruit, and plants that are just for your well-being, because looking after plants and having plants around you is a very therapeutic thing.
So that's one of the things that we're doing. We actually have a number of other projects that we're working on right now. The Sunday Dinner Project, which is we're asking people to sit down to Sunday dinner on the 28th of September.
Yeah.
It's a global reach project.
Yeah.
We want all our people to sit down and start to have that family conversation, because we know that the strongest unit is a family.
Yeah.
And we're not doing that. We need to start sitting down, cooking some of our traditional foods, having those kind of conversations. So we're asking people to also come to the market, sign up, agree that you're going to sit down. And with that, we have questions for you to start to talk to the family, from health and wellness questions to, what is the family? We have a knowledge transfer that needs to happen. Are we, the grandparents, passing the information on to the kids? Where is the land? Is the taxes paid?
Yeah.
All those kind of things.
Hey, just repeat them two last things I said.
With the family land.
Yeah, where is the land? A lot of families have land.
Right.
Refer to land, say, my people have some land down in Manchester. And me alright, so if you even lose my job, me can't, but they don't know where the land is.
Right.
If they know that it's over on that hillside, but they don't know where the boundaries are. They don't know who has the title. They don't know if anybody is paying for the title. I have a friend right now who is in serious problems right now because of these kind of things.
Right.
And not sure where this is and where that is and where the other thing is. And then more people depart, because every day babies are being born and people are departing. And it's more cloudy. All of these things become.
Are getting, right.
And eventually somebody will start to pay the tax on your land. And after 12 years, they can claim it. And you thought that you had this and you don't have that.
Right. So it's those, uncomfortable questions sometimes we don't want to have that we're forcing the issue on. Because as you say, people are being born, people are exiting. So let's start to have those kind of family questions. All the little family
around
issues.
the table.
Around the table, sit down and have those conversations. So we're calling people, our people to that table and say, let's start to have it.
Yeah.
It makes sense hide around the bush, and when it's, dead left business, let's have clear agreements about what is going on.
Yeah.
And once we start to do that, you'll start to see the strengthening, start to have those conversations. So that's what we're encouraging. So it starts on September 28th,
Yeah.
and it's a year-long process. Every month there's new questions that come out that you can go online and we'll send it to you. And you just pick one Sunday a month, and you bring everybody together. And, Mom, you don't have to cook all the food. Everybody can do something and have a potluck.
Yeah.
And then we start to have the conversations. And we see that after a year of doing this, you'll see how much stronger your family is.
Yeah, strong.
So that's just one of the projects that we're also working on at Source.
Yeah. How you coping with the drought?
Well, luckily what we're doing throughout permaculture. So we have permaculture,
Yeah.
right, which is a design of the environment system.
Yeah.
And so every once in a while we do have this kind of weather and this temperature that goes on.
Yeah.
So a lot of mulching, right? So once you do pull in some of those different strategies, that helps to reduce. So you're not having so much, but we are being affected by it. But we also do a lot of water conservation, even with our showers, or just the fact that we have the different catchments and stuff, because our village for the most part is off the grid.
Yeah.
So we have our own solar.
Supply your own current.
Right, and we also do our own water catchments.
And you're not living at any subsistence level.
No.
You're living a good quality life.
Good, healthy, quality life.
Yeah, with all of the creature comforts.
Yes, and we're encouraging more people to come and see what we do, because it's a demonstration village, so you can come and see, and if once you come, you see this. I can use this idea or use this idea.
Yeah.
So we really encourage people to come and check out the things that we do and see if they can implement some of those ideas.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for having been here. I soon come back out there. Remember, say I don't want to come back out there unless I can spend a half day. I've been there about 2 times, 3 times, but I don't like 1 hour.
No, man, you have to come
It's
and
so
spend some
hectic.
time.
There are so many things you have to show that in 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
You can't.
It's
do it.
non-stop.
Right. And you have to come and feel the land too, because that's part of the healing.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for
Thank
having
you so much for
here.
having me here.
Ms. Shirley Phillips, Director of the Source Farm Foundation. I'll see you around.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, we're broadcasting live here from the University Bookshop Wellness Day 2014. And we're going to take the opportunity, Miss Shirley Phillips. She just told you that every 2 weeks, first and second and fourth Saturday, they have a farmers market at the Chinese Cultural Club somewhere around Barbican Road, somewhere 9 or 11, near Barbican Road. And here it is right away. Mr. Kingsley Goddison is availing himself of the hospitality of the Chinese Chinese Benevolent Association on Old Hope Road to host his this year tribute to the greats. Every year he keeps tributes to the greats and unsung and not enough recognized people in the music and entertainment industry in Jamaica. For years now. Was it 2000 was the first one? What year was the first one? 98. We're going to get a mic from Mr. Kingsley Goodison. 1998 was the first one. So we now have 16, 17 years of that. And this year he's celebrating the Chinese Jamaican input into the Jamaican music situation, which is so renowned worldwide. So that is 2 guests in a row demonstrating what the integration between cultures has done in Jamaica. How are you doing, Kingsley?
Well, thank you for having me here, Jerry. As usual, there's always been, as a matter of fact, you've been there from the very first show.
Yes.
And you've been very supportive, and you're a member of the Tribute to the Greats family. So.
Yes, sir. That is an accolade for me.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, man, and every year you have a special feature. I see it last one of the year, I see you bring back some old time. I didn't know I was going to back them on
yes,
the Caribs and running Azraela and Empty Chair.
Yes.
Not to mention the hardcore ska people. Them. I talk about the more genteel people out of the business.
As they was refined.
Yes, refined. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this year now is what?
The Chinese connection to the music.
Yes.
As you can recall, last year it was the American connection.
Yes.
And the one before that was the Australian connection. And the one before that was the Cuban connection.
Yeah.
And the one before that was the Caribbean connection.
Yeah.
For the Australian one, where people came from Melbourne, Australia, just to attend Tribute to the Greats.
Yeah.
And last year was the Ice Up All Lights with the American ambassador.
Yes.
She was there with
Miss
us.
Bridgewater.
Yes, she was there with us
And
last year.
And she was really glad to be there. I can't say that.
Yes, she told me that is one of the best times she ever had in her service in Jamaica.
And she never stopped dance even when she was sitting at the table. She,
yes.
And she followed most of the music with her mouth. You know?
Because she know the music, you know. Because her father was a big trumpeter in one of those big bands.
Yeah.
And she said to me that this reminded her like Apollo.
Yes, in Harlem.
Yeah, she said the show that went on with Bagger Case and Bunny Brown and the Rhythm Masters band and Jimmy Riley. She said remind her back home.
Yes, yes.
And that really, you know, made my time doing this. Because you know, Jerry, the whole thing from it started. It's a struggle in terms of getting sponsorship and those things.
But you've been carrying most of the weight since Heineken's start time leave the scene.
Oh yes, sir.
Really and truly.
Yeah, because we don't know that it's a genuine thing that we're dealing with the really unsung heroes. That me and you know these people very well and know the goodness it has done to them when you recognize them. Yeah. It's not so much money because they are wilted out of money with their various producers and those things. And if you can make this man or this woman feel that they are somebody, which they are somebody.
And so many of them, after being on this show, them been working next to some working non-stop, some working next to non-stop.
Yeah, you know that, Jerry. A lot of them, we have rekindled their career because nobody remember anything about them.
Yeah.
And they have gone on to get national awards.
Yeah.
Many of them. Even last night I was with Count Prince Miller.
Yeah.
And them don't stop thank because I'm saying, boy, Kingsley, you resurrect me.
Yeah.
You understand? And you got national award for it.
1 year you even recognize Philip Seaga.
Yes, and
Edward Seaga.
And the Percival Patterson.
Yeah, PJ,
yeah, the both of them. Because we deal, as you know, we deal with facts, and we deal with man color, and his political perseverance. We deal with what they have done, and those two men have made contribution to the music industry.
I want to show you Seaga. It was music that brought him into
West Kingston.
To West Kingston and politics.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. With Higgs and Wilson, he was a manager and producer for Higgs and Wilson. He's about 50 years now.
Yes, and a lot of the mentor and revival.
Those
revivalists.
Yes. And Mr. Patterson was the manager of the world-renowned Scatterlights band.
And he had an interest himself and Tony Spall had an interest in Mystic Revelation too.
Oh yes, with Mystic Revelation. At the beginning of that in Rockford, yes. So all in all.
I see you have all Sonny One coming here.
Yes, I say we're really showing respect, right? To the true connection of the Chinese. Yeah. And they, as you know, Jerry, has really contributed to the music industry. From sound system.
Yeah. Look upon a man like Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, yes.
Dicky.
Him
have 3 sound. Dicky's Dynamic, Thunderbird.
Yes.
I forgot the third one name. 3 sound. Him have a liquor store.
Yes.
Him have
Dicky Wang. That is Dicky Wang out of Jonestown. Dicky's Dynamic.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And him have a Thunderbird. Him have him Zephyr Zodiac.
Yes, Thunderbird from I think it's Maxwell Avenue. That's where that came from. So.
But he must connect with Thunderbird too.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. And then we trust your drinks till you dance.
They call it consignment.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, man. So they have contributed, and I said, Tom is the first sound system, the first commercial sound system. Tom the Great Sebastian.
Yeah.
And Lord Coos, the universe.
Yeah, the universe,
Yes. So
I tell you.
We know that they have contributed. And for studio, like Dynamics.
Yes.
Right?
Channel 1.
Wally.
Yes,
quite, and Beverly's,
yeah,
right?
Beverly,
They have really contributed to the music industry, but they are silent giants, and we think, as we operate, tribute to the greats, that we have to give people their dues. Yeah. So regardless of who we are, we're dealing with it, and we are happy and proud to be showcasing the Chinese connection.
Mikey Chong still active.
Oh my God, the Mao.
Yeah.
The whole Mao there.
All right, you remember Icon?
Yes.
That trench strong man.
Yes, I remember I was a little boy at Studio One.
Yeah, Icon,
yes.
Him and Tommy Corn and
yes, from Maxwell Avenue, Yeah, I know that, Icon.
And the tank at top of trench down there.
Exactly so, sir. Yes.
Phil Chen.
Well, Philip Chen now says that this is a serious commander now. He left Jamaica in 1963 or 64, I think, with the Vagabonds, right? That with Jimmy James and the same Corn Prince Miller.
Yeah.
Right? And he has gone on to make himself one of the greatest bass player in the world.
Yeah.
He has performed with people like Rod Stewart. He was a member of Rod Stewart, but
yeah.
you know that tune I'm Jerry, Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Yes. Do you think I'm sexy?
Is him play that bass line, you know?
What?
The running bass line,
yeah,
yes, a great come on.
But hear me now. I'm glad you're going to bring him. Listen here, hear me now.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what my lady doing on the voice.
Yes.
But Kes Chin, our grandfather. Kes Chin and Ingrid Chin is the second generation from Kes Chin.
Her father is Richard.
Yeah.
And her aunt is Ingrid, who we are honoring, you know. This is another great thing in Nigeria because this is the first female.
Tell them what the voice name, man.
Eh?
The voice. Tessan.
Tessan, yes. This family with Ingrid. It's Ingrid niece.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ingrid niece. And
Ingrid. Me also go by Mandela them rehearsal, man, when them are rehearsal.
Yes, with Richard.
Yeah.
And Ingrid now is the first and only band leader in Jamaica.
Yeah, female.
Female band leader.
I think she used to blow a trumpet now.
No, she played guitar.
One of the girls blow
One of the girls blow trumpet.
Yeah.
But all these things, and Sonny Wong, you remember the Viking, the mighty Viking, right? Out of, I think it's Binatown they're from.
Yeah.
And those guys were powerful in those days. Mikey and Jeffrey Champ. Powerful.
Do you know if Tessan will be in Jamaica?
No, I think she'll be away. I spoke to her father at the launch.
Well, you have to go give her some on her...
yeah, we are thinking of it, sir.
Yes.
We are thinking of it. But the old Chinese connection in Jerry, it's heady.
Yeah. Even Marathon music, some of them strong
support that.
Are Chinese.
Yes.
Because even my brethren usually do the Marathon program. What's his name again?
Chong, Michael Chong?
No, man, the next one, he usually take Marathon program when Blakes are not there. Good friend, me. I still remember. They're on the deck all the while. But anyway, Marathon music will be playing for you.
Yes.
We have to wrap up, you know.
Yeah, man, I love this. And I thank you very much as usual, Jerry.
It's next week, Saturday.
Next week, Saturday. And the Chinese
26.
Benevolent.
26.
Yes. Okay.
Chinese Benevolent Association.
Down the road.
Down Old Hope Road.
Yes.
Right opposite the bottom.
Yes.
Above Kentucky.
Yes. And ticket can be at Ligani Drug and Garden Center. Derek Ariat. Bourne's service station. That's right.
Yeah, $1,500 in a bad man.
No, this is just a contribution towards the development of the thing.
Well, thank you very much, King Omar.
Can't stop, thank you, Jerry.
Yes.
Love and respect.
Kingsley Goddison.
Yes.
Tribute to the Greats, number 17. Chinese connection being celebrated. Thank you very much. Straight up. Jerry Small. I'm your host, Jerry Small. Welcoming you back to Straight Up. We have an outside broadcast today from the UWI bookshop where it's being staged the second annual wellness day. All kind of wellness, physical wellness, mental, spiritual wellness, even financial, economic wellness. And we're talking now to Miss Melissa Witter of Pelican Publishers. You know, Pelican is a symbol of the University of the West Indies and one of the publishing companies associated with the university. Pelican Publishers. We have Miss Melissa Walker on the phone. Good morning, Miss Walker. Miss Witter, I'm so sorry, Miss Melissa Witter. Good morning, welcome. Miss Witter is there on the phone? Not here in her. Yes, you know, today's Wellness Day was first staged last year as a partnership between the University Bookshop and Pelican Publishers to promote health and wellness in all aspects of life. And the first stage targeted the staff of the university. It was small, but it was well received, and those in attendance received the opportunity to learn about healthy living physically, mentally, and financially, and they were thankful for that. And this year we are expanding the target market to the general public with more presenters, more booths, on a wider variety of topics to include presentation on sexual wellness and a very topical issue, marijuana in the Jamaican economy. Essentially, each interview can relate the content the speaker presented or will present on. So we're going to have now Miss Melissa Witter of Pelican Publishers. Good morning, Miss Witter. Miss Witter there? We have a little technical difficulty, but you know, Pelican Publishers is one of the principal promoters of this Wellness Day, along with the University Bookshop. One in publishing and one in book selling and marketing. In the meantime, we can remember that today is Nelson Mandela's birthday. I think he was born in 1918. He died last year at 95 years old, last year, December, I think it was. And you remember how well his funeral was not only attended but observed through cable and television and all kind of things all around the world. It is great when you can find a human being who is so widely recognized by almost every nation and every set of people in the world. And so it was that he recognized every nation and every people in the world and showed respect towards them. And this is a part of the wellness. This is part of how wellness is demonstrated. And I'm sure that is what contributed to the length of his days, 95 years old. I've been passed through a lot of strenuous and life-threatening conditions, been in prison for nearly 28 years, in prison conditions that worked against your health. Matter of fact, certain illnesses that he contracted when he was in prison, never recovered from them completely, only managed them. Living in concrete cell and sleeping on concrete and developing pneumonia and all kind of different life-threatening diseases and physical confinement. Not only physical confinement, but solitary confinement. Being confined by yourself, you alone on the wall, them on the iron bar, them for years. That is something that challenges the physical and mental health of anyone else. And not only that, it devastates the financial health, because you're in prison for 27 years and also your financial health completely gone. You don't have a cent waiting on your outside. And you don't have a cent inside and you're not able to earn any money in that time. People more earning money off of your back. Do we have Miss Witter here now? You know, I wanted to play for you. Earlier we played, one of the things that we played was by the great Thriller. There were 90 and 9. There were 90 and 9. Just as though you know that minorities, the rights of people, the rights that apply to human beings, especially apply to minorities. Because I know that majorities frequently dominate situations and they are well taken care of. Frequently, not all the time. Sometimes majorities are dominated and oppressed. But most of the time majorities are well taken care of because they are the majority. But because the minority might be so small and so weak, they are frequently abused and offended. So minorities, the care and the rights of human beings especially apply, not more than anybody else, but especially apply to the danger that is faced by many minorities. And so it is that we have played There's 90 and 9, demonstrating how the 90 and 9 sheep were well taken care of by the shepherd. And the minority of one sheep was missing. And yet the good shepherd makes sure that the 90 and 9 are well protected. And then go outside and try to rescue the one. You don't leave the 90 and 9 unprotected and then go look for the one, You make sure that those are well protected and then now you go out and seek the welfare of the one and bring that one to add to the 90 and 9. Make 100%. Sometimes we play that music in honor of that whole attention that must be paid to the minority, as well as the majority that are safely laid. But sometimes we play it under different circumstances, like the circumstance where most people don't feel any way to cheat taxes, because especially in a country like in Jamaica, you're getting very little out of your tax dollar, so you don't feel no way when you're cheating tax. Most human beings in Jamaica don't feel no way when they either forget or decide not to pay tax, because they know that if you even pay the tax, you're getting very little out of your tax dollar. And as I was demonstrating, you might be getting 1 cent out of the dollar. when you pay your taxes $1, might be you get 1 cent of benefit out of the government. Well, sometimes it's not as bad as that, because you really do see some things that is being done with the taxes, but at the same time, the majority of the taxes are not only going to waste, they are going to robbery, deliberately absconded with. It might not be as bad as 99 cents out of the dollar them a thief and abscond with. But you know, sometimes we have to lay a stress on things to show how bad it is, because it is rotten. Might not be 99, but it is rotten. Yet when we say good, we do acknowledge and credit it. But the rottenness is so bad that we dare not be complacent. Anyway, I've got another piece of music I like playing now, by Bongo. I wonder if you're ready for that. That one named Armageddon, but people call it Gideon. You know, Gideon went to war. With thousands of people. When the nation of Israel was being built up, was a family, start from a family. And it was being built up, and they were threatened by enemies, and a whole heap of soldiers. I remember a whole heap of soldiers, but Gideon, the leader of some of the soldiers, realized that it's not the thousands and the numerous, the many numbers of people that are going to save you, but they're the real serious soldiers. So he made a test, he made a method to test who is serious. And out of the thousands and thousands, he selected 300 who passed a test. And Gideon went to war with that 300, and they were very successful. Let's hear from Bonnie Whalers, Armageddon. Some people call it Armageddon. Straight up.
From that day on,
welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. We're broadcasting live from the university campus, but not from the studios, from next door to the studios, University Bookshop, where is being hosted Wellness Day 2014. This is the second Wellness Day, starting last year. And it was a partnership. It started as a partnership between the University Bookshop and Pelican Publishers to promote health and wellness in all aspects of life, both physical and health wellness, mental and financial wellness, not wellness by any means. And here to talk with us, in place of Miss Melissa Witter, is Miss Anika McKenzie, Administration and Publishing Assistant at Pelican Publishers. Miss McKenzie.
I'm good, happy to be here, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Now, Pelican Publishers, you have the University Press. That's one of the publishers of the university. But Pelican Publishers is another, isn't it?
Yes, it's another publishing company. We've been in existence for at least over a decade now.
Yeah.
We're on 44 Lady Musgrave Road, right across the road from Eden Gardens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you're connected with the university? Or you just have the common symbol of the Pelican?
Well, that's our symbol, yes. We have a relationship with the university, like with the UA Bookshop, for instance. Yeah. And this is our second time participating in the Wellness Day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, how long is it? You've been in existence for more than a decade.
Right.
And you publish mostly academic books?
Well, it's actually a variety of publications. I think in recent times we've been mostly well known for publishing wellness-related publications.
Oh.
So even, for example, we have our flagship magazine, Caribbean Wellness and Lifestyle magazine, which comes out quarterly, and it covers a whole spectrum of wellness. So not just your having to do with your physical health, which of course also attention is placed on, rightly so, but there are also always interesting articles about your mental health and your spiritual health, financial advice, that sort of thing. So it covers the whole rainbow of things having to do with your wellness.
Yeah. Now, just as health insurance is concerned about your health, mm-hmm. but it is concerned about your capacity and ability to access care for your health. That means the money and the material necessities.
Right.
So same way, your publishing company has that same range of interest that a health insurance scheme would have.
Well, I don't know if I would use the same analogy, but in essence, we are always trying to keep you informed about all the different, basically all the different ways that you can take care of yourself. So as I mentioned before, we have our magazine and we have various publications. Another well-known publication is the Caribbean Herbs for Diabetes Management, for example.
Yeah.
You know, things about different types of teas and traditional medicines. And not only that, but we also have a variety of other publications, autobiographies and that sort of thing. Just like everything for your
like whose autobiography?
Well, we have, for those of you who are familiar with Dr. Henry Lowe, who is the founder of the Environmental Health Foundation. We have his autobiography, It Can Be Done.
Yeah.
And we even recently released quite a literary gem in the form of Change the Journey, which is Reverend Carla Dunbar's story.
Oh yeah. And Carla Dunbar is very well appreciated, both as a person who was worldly wise and now one who is a religious leader.
Right.
And an advisor on marital, emotional relations and sexual
therapies. Yeah.
So now the new thrust in Jamaica in health now, do you have any interest or any plans for your calendar year, your publishing calendar year, in the marijuana legitimizing and the health development of the marijuana industry? Are you having a plan for that?
Well, right now though, we have a book called Ganja, the Jamaican and Global Connection.
Yeah.
So for all of you who are interested in that very hot topic, we have that publication available.
Yeah.
What that speaks to is a variety of things, including the scientific aspect of it. So all the different ways in which it can be used, its different forms, that sort of thing. You know, just a good background of the plant and all its potential.
Okay, well, what else you want to tell me about Pelican Publisher?
Well, all right. Well, as I said before, we're at Lady Muskie Road, right across from Eden Gardens. And for all of you who have an interest in publishing a book and you think that your story is worth sharing, it's definitely worth your while to come check us out to get your story published. And for those of you who are book lovers, we have a variety of publications, as we mentioned before. And we also have quite a creative graphic design team. Those of you who want graphic design services done, we're basically a one-stop shop for a variety of things.
Okay, well, thank you very much for having been here, Ms. Anika McKenzie, and all the best to you.
All right, thank you for having me.
We're broadcasting live here now from the University Bookshop, where there's Wellness Day has been promoted, wellness, in association with Pelican Publishers. And we're going to have, especially since it's Mandela Day, a red letter day. You know, a red letter day is one of the important days on a calendar, which is printed in red because people will want to remember what is the significance of that day. So they call it Red Letter Day. So because today is Mandela's birthday, we're going to refresh our memory with some things from our calendar. How are you doing? This is the Honorable Priest Wayne. We're going to talk to him for about 2 minutes. He was here recently. How are you doing? Today is Mandela's birthday.
Okay, bless your love, Jerry.
Yes, sir. And because of calendars like these and campaigns like yourself and the EABIC, Ethiopian African Black International Congress, because of people like yourselves, Mandela was not forgotten while he was in prison. The struggle was not forgotten. So, what the calendar? Tell me some more about the calendar. We have 2 minutes.
Okay, well, the calendar is basically to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the UNIA ACL and the most right honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Yeah, do you have anything about Mandela on the calendar here?
No, well, basically nothing is here on Mandela. It just basically have to do with more Marcus and the UNIA and its auxiliaries, such as the different auxiliaries where Marcus Garvey had within the UNIA as the BSL, Black Star Line Shipping Company, Negro News, Negro World Newspaper, and so on, you know?
Yeah. But the Honorable Marcus Garvey birthday, the anniversary of the founding of the organization is coming up on Sunday.
Right, Sunday, July 20th.
But I see you have some other red letter days here like Empress Haile Selassie coronation.
Yeah,
and things like that.
Yeah, through the year. These are different celebrations that we have, you know. These days we celebrate, as you know, as a Rastafarian community.
Yeah.
We normally, you know, have these kind of celebrations. We have the 7th of January is the Black Christmas. We have the 7th of February, which is our New Year.
Yeah.
1st of March, which is the EABIC Formation Day.
I see you have African Liberation Day there also.
Yeah, which that is a very important holiday for us as black people to really recognize and celebrate.
I see you have also Ash Wednesday.
Well, as our Congress, we celebrate, we keep the Lent period, so from Ash Wednesday to Good Friday, which we acknowledge Good Friday as Resurrection Day and not Crucifixion Day.
Yeah. So, yes, okay, this calendar is here, and you say this calendar is marketed. How much have you paid for it?
Well, calendar is at a cost of 2,000 Jamaican dollars, and you can get it it will be at Liberty Hall, 76 King Street.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Looking forward to see you at Liberty Hall Sunday. Sunday.
And
Sunday.
give thanks again, Jerry, for the opportunity. And I also want to say give thanks to Honorable Professor Rupert Lewis, who did the editing, and Marcus Henry, who from True Colors Concept did the designing.
A graphic design.
So.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, we broadcast live here from the University Bookshop. Before can we get a little more piece of a more piece of Bunny Whalers, Armageddon music.
It's the Armageddon.
Yes, and welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. We're broadcasting live from the UWI Bookshop today. They're sponsoring the UWI Wellness Day in association with the Pelican Publishers. In the background here in a presentation on financial wellness being put on by the UWI Community Co-op Credit Union. And we're going to have now from the UWI Mona Community and Community Co-op Credit Union, Miss Renee Hartley, Marketing and Promotions Officer. How are you doing, ma'am?
Mr. Small, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You know how long I'm supposed to come fill up my credentials down there?
That's because you're not looking out for your wellness. How come you don't reach it?
No, well, there are a lot of things that are neglecting that I shouldn't neglect.
You like stress, eh?
No, I don't like it.
I am good, thank you.
The membership of the credit union is primary
and its surrounding area. Right. Yes. Absolutely. Well, we have a very diverse membership, and as you said, it's from the UA and UTech campuses. We have recently opened a branch on the Western Jamaica campus. Yeah, so we're trying to incorporate as much as our educators and students as possible, as well as in the surrounding area. We have also just merged with AAMM Credit Union, so we're hoping to widen our bond, to include more people. AAMM is AAMM. It's A squared M squared Credit Union. It's not an acronym. It's AAMM, right? So we've just merged with them, hoping to become a bigger, better entity, and incorporating a lot more people where we can supply lots of products and services just for them, catered just for you.
So the presentation is taking place in the background. It's about financial well-being.
Exactly. I mean, there are too many times that we hear of people stressing out, falling down, ending up in the hospital because of money struggles. And what we want you to know is that the UWI Credit Union is here to help you to relieve all of those stresses that come along with financial responsibilities. We are here to let you know that we want to and we will take you from any kind of a financial stresses that you have.
Your registry scan is completed. Click
Fix
now to resolve these problems.
All kind of aches and stuff. And we have products geared towards helping you to relieve all of that.
If the country if the public affairs of the country and the public accounts of the country are being managed properly, the country will be in good financial health.
Absolutely.
And if you personally, if the country is even in good financial health and you personally not managing your financial health properly, you will not enjoy to the fullest extent the good financial health of the country. On the other hand, if the country is even managed, the public affairs even being managed less than satisfactorily, but you are managing your affairs well.
Right.
You can be like an oasis in a desert.
Absolutely. You put it perfect. Absolutely. Because what we try to do is encourage our members to not only take out loans but to also save. Because one of the stresses of today is that people take out loans in order to be able to pay for things, to purchase things, and then they end up not being able to repay the loan, which causes additional stress. And so we offer a product which is called the debt consolidation. We're able to offer to our members. You won't be going home with $0, but we will consolidate your debt for you, and you'll be able to go home with something. No matter what it is, we're able to provide that for you as a member.
Loans should not be taken out just for things. Loans should be taken out to enhance your strength.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Loans should be taken for things that are needed and not things that are wanted. And as a result of that, that's a part of budget planning, which is what we also assist with.
So, saving, do you have savings accounts?
Absolutely.
At the credit union?
We have one of our savings account products now, which is going Golden Harvest. It doesn't only encourage you to save on a day-to-day basis, but it's a long-term investment. And at the end of the day, the outcome would be phenomenal for you.
What is the minimum age at which someone can become a member of your credit union?
18 years of age.
18 years of age.
Yes.
So anybody in the community?
Anybody in the community. However, we do have children accounts. So once your parent is a member of the credit union, you can always come in and start an account for your child. That's called the plan account. And that also encourages our youth to start saving. Develops the habit just for them.
The last person was there, I was going to ask them for them business card and I forgot. I want one from you now.
Absolutely.
Alright, well, thank you very much. This is Ms. Renee Hartley, Marketing and Promotions Officer of the UWI Mona and Community Cooperative Credit Union. Alright, and I'm going to tell you straight up. Thank you very much. Broadcasting live here from the UWI bookshop, and today is Wellness Day, and Wellness Day is being sponsored by the UWI bookshop in association with Pelican Publishers, and it's the second year of this presentation, and it is concerned not only with medical health, bodily health, mental health, spiritual health, and financial health, as you might hear in the background, a presentation being made from the UWI Credit Union and Community Credit Union, presentation being made on financial health. We now have Mr. Rohan Gordon, and he is from Eden Gardens Wellness Center and Spa. How are you doing?
Well, I'm giving thanks. Thanks for having me here as well.
Yeah. Now, this broadcast comes to you courtesy of Express Fitness, the fitness club you can afford, UWI Mona Community Cooperative Credit Union, the Base Foundation, Eden Gardens Wellness and Resorts Park, from which comes Mr. Rowan Gordon, and the Lotus Line Natural Health Products, the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, Doctors to Health, and the University Workshop. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I heard you making a presentation in the opening ceremony, after the opening ceremony downstairs here in the bookshop. How are you doing? How did it go?
Well, I was informing them about not just to think about losing weight, but actually to think about a whole holistic lifestyle, and don't get too caught up with the magazines that keep on publishing with some females and also some male as well in image.
Oh, yes.
And most persons tend to feel insecure, don't want to come to a class because everybody have washboard abs, as how they would have put it.
So you have a fitness class there, a kind of gym situation?
Yes, it's a more wellness facility that accommodates to every single individual.
Yeah.
So
the various needs of various individuals.
Yes, so we have an acupuncturist, a nutritionist, a wellness team to actually to guide and lead clients that actually come to the facility. We have an extended wellness program that also put throughout all corporates and homes as well. So if you can't actually come to the facility itself, we can actually send the services actually to the corporates as well as homes.
What part of the day you make available most for people? After work or right through the day?
Well, it's 24/7 opening hours, but the time that I'm actually there is from 5 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So within that time, I can...
From 5 in the morning?
5 in the morning, yeah.
Till 10:30 at night?
Till 10:30 a.m.
In the morning, or
yeah,
a morning session?
Morning session.
Yeah, good.
And we have from 4:30 p.m. back to 10 p.m. in the night. And then anything after that, persons that actually join, they can actually come same way, put in a cardio. Most persons tend to work late nights, so they can actually leave work, do like a 20 minutes cardio, and actually leave. And
so you have weights and machines and different things here?
Every single thing. Sauna as well. We have a pool that we do rehabilitating type of training, like aqua training as well.
Yes. Because swimming is one of the best form of exercise.
Yes, even persons with osteoarthritis, disc problem and stuff, scoliosis. So we can actually isolate the area by putting them within the pool, strengthening program where the water is.
Yes, you're at Eden Gardens on Lady Musgrave Road.
Yes, Eden Gardens on 39 Lady Musgrave Road.
Yes, okay. Well, thank you very much for having been here, Mr. Rowan. What's your last name again?
Gordon.
Mr. Rowan Gordon. And all the best to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me, sir.
Yes, I see Miss Edwards here now. And we were expecting her, but she had to be incorporating other things. So Miss Carl Edwards, Director of Marketing and Communications, UWI Campus Registrar. How are you doing, ma'am? We're waiting to put on your headset and avail you of the audio. Yes, this is the second year of this wellness day, and apparently it is being received by the wider public quite favorably, isn't it?
Yes, and we're very delighted at the response that we're getting to the wellness initiative. Wellness is something that the university takes very seriously, and we're pleased that the bookshop is adopting this approach, widening the area of their own involvement in the campus, but also doing it in a way that encourages persons to consider wellness in all its formats. So they're dealing with physical wellness, mental wellness, sexual wellness. And of course, how can we forget the fact that the mind is a critical part of being well? So persons who come here can not only participate in the physical activities that are taking place, listen to the talks that are going on, but there are a whole range of books that the university has. We're the largest supplier of educational books for the campus. So persons are able to come, browse, see what we have. And the nature of the bookshop is such that they not only have publications, we offer a range of other things. Persons, if you're into cosmetics, we have a cosmetic section. We have a section for children where you can come with your kids, sit, let them read while you are browsing. It's a multi-purpose sort of facility, and we encourage persons to come in and browse and enjoy what we have here.
Yeah, and I notice right now there's a presentation going on about financial and economic wellness.
Exactly, because you know how stressful it is if you can't meet your bills.
Yes.
So the speakers that we have here today will give very useful tips to participants on how they can manage their affairs, their monetary affairs, how they can manage their physical health, and just generally to emphasize that wellness is not just one thing or for one day. It is a way of life, really, a lifestyle, and we want persons to adopt a healthy lifestyle as they are enjoying the rest of what the university has to offer.
So like financial wellness, economic wellness is about thinking ahead. So it is with all form of wellness. If we maintain wellness, it requires thinking ahead.
Exactly, and this is something very important, for example, for persons who want to come to study at the university. You know, there is a challenge, a financial challenge that a lot of the students have, and we want to ensure that both they and their parents start from very early to think through what it is going to cost for them to become students at the university, start putting money aside in order that they can finance their education in later life. It's not something that you come today and say, oh, I'm going to be a UWI student tomorrow, and expect that the money is going to drop from the sky like manna from heaven. We want people to think very seriously, even when they're in prep school. We plan to go to university, and therefore we have to start putting some money aside from now. And that is part of the wellness. It's financial wellness and planning, and also it helps your stress levels, because when you get to university now, you don't have to be considering how we're going to pay for it, because you have already planned from early on.
I'm so glad that you put it that way at that time, because anybody who listens to my program know that I always urge, and I'm aware that many people from as young as prep school, as you say, and many people from as early as high school, because I experienced that in my life, start to think about how they would like to live and how they would want to earn their money.
Exactly.
And you as marketing manager for the University of West Indies, you can play a great role. Probably have started playing it already in directing potential students and actual students that from the first year of university, I think that there should be inputs into their courses, and they should be thinking about studying how to create a job for themselves rather than just how to be qualified to get a job.
Yes, and this is something actually that we're introducing more and more into our programs, that entrepreneurial aspect of the programs that UWI students are engaged in, because we recognize that particularly in a dynamic society like ours, that it is not, you're not just going to find a job in the way that when I left school there was a job that you could go into. People have to be much more creative, and they have to think in terms of creating jobs for themselves and for others.
Yeah.
So there are a number of issues like those that are being introduced into the programs that the students are pursuing, because we see how important that is.
Yeah. That I think we'll have a lot of good results and good products in terms of good young people if what you are saying is carried out. And
yes,
yes, go ahead.
No, I just want to say that just as an aside, we do in fact, apart from what goes on in the subject areas themselves, we do have on campus a center where persons who have ideas, entrepreneurial ideas, can go to get advice on how to translate that idea into a sound business plan and then into a business itself. So we're looking at all elements. We're giving them the theory, We also give them the advice, and then in many of the programs, students do internships, so they can put into practice what they actually learn in the course of their programs. So it's something that the UWI is taking on board very seriously. We're training people to think, we're training them to use what they learn in the classrooms, and we're giving them sound advice as to how they can put that into effect.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that the campus is growing not only physically, but like for instance with the regional headquarters going across the road, but also in terms of their appreciation of things paying for themselves and the economy and passing on these kind of values to the membership of the community.
Yes, and we have a number of self-financing programs as well, because we recognize that governments will no longer be able to pay for everything that the university does. The institution is moving very aggressively into the area of putting on programs that persons will pay the full economic cost for. Right now, many of our programs are subsidized by the government, but that model can no longer work. So we're moving into putting on programs that are attractive to the marketplace and that people will pay for.
Thank you very much for having been here, Miss Dr. Carl Edwards. I think it's the first time I'm correctly addressing you as Dr. Carl Edwards, Director of Marketing and Communications, UWI Campus Registrar.
Good. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, man, all the best. Thank you.